Welcome to the Fabric Factory. At this 58-year-old Portuguese establishment, 1.2 kilos of yarn per shirt is warehoused before being spun to smaller cones, followed by more spinning and starching of the warp in a tedious process where every single weft thread is drawn through heddles. When it's finally time to weave the fabric in this beautifully monstrous machine, these tiny heddles move up and down as the weft is shot back and forth over two, then under two warp threads, steadily at a pace of half a meter per minute, thus creating our characteristic Oxford fabric. Once everything is checked and up to standards, the fabric is ready to be finished. Removal of excess fibers, brushing and washing results in the right look, feel, weight, and durability. Following a second quality control, the fabric is packaged in big plastic containers and we're finally done here. Next stop, the sewing factory. When received, the fabric is again quality controlled to ensure no damage has occurred during transport and that our friends at the Fabric Factory have done their job. And it's pattern time. All patterns are adjusted individually to account for predicted shrinkage and printed on 45 individual paper rolls, placed on the corresponding material of each piece and cut into their parts, spare components, and fusings. These are layered, placed, and quality assured under ultraviolet light to detect impurities. One floor down and only 25 steps to go. It's time to start sewing. First, the collar points are punched out in this deadly-looking contraption. Next, collar and cuffs are sewn by hand, trimmed, marked, and ready for attachment. Main labels are aligned and attached, and care labels are sewn in, followed by the box pleat, that expandable fold at the center of the back that allows you to lift your arms without bursting the seams. The piece is passed on, and the next seamstress connects the back to the yoke. Ready to merge. The back, left chest, right sleeves, and left sleeve come together, and then a single draw from the bottom all the way to the cuff. The shirt is closed. Buttonholes are marked out by hand and, with a single needle, sewn and opened at the same time. Then our mother-of-pearl buttons are inspected, placed, and attached in the same maneuver. Last steps. The pocket is sewn on, the placket attached, and the collar is placed. The bottom hem is folded and sewn with a delicate single needle stitch before it's trimmed and passed on to the wash, shrunk back to the correct proportions to be pressed and controlled. 10% of the production is randomly picked out and quality controlled along the 28 main measurements. At 1,000 shirts, that's 2,800 measurements. At last, it's buttoned up, folded and packed, placed in boxes and put on a truck to travel 3,399 kilometers to our little warehouse in central Stockholm. It took 50 steps and 50 people, 120 minutes to sew, and cost 25.95 euros to make. Say hello to the Asket, Oxford.